Hello, my fellow Ripplers. This is Chris Miles, your cash flow expert and anti-financial advisor. Hey, I'm walking out again for a wonderful show, a show that's for you and about you. Those of you that worked so stinking hard for your money, and you're ready for your money to start working harder for you now. You want that freedom, that cash flow, that prosperity today, not in 30 bazillion years from now or after, whenever the market corrects itself, but today. So you can have that life that you love, doing what you love with those that you love, and whenever the heck you feel like doing it. But guys, it's so much more than just being financially free. It's so much more than just having the life of your dreams. It's actually living a life of meaning, a life of purpose, a life where you get to serve other people as a rippler by creating a ripple effect through the lives of others as I am able to create a ripple effect through you guys. And so I'm so excited that you guys are a part of this, that you guys have been reaching out and you've been sharing, you've been binging, you've been doing everything here. And again, I know with the times like these, you're probably hanging in there. And I appreciate you guys staying abundant and staying awesome. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining us today. As a reminder, check out our website, moneyripples.com. There's a great ebook on there called Beyond Rice and Beans, 7 Secrets to Free Up Cash Today that you can download for free. So check it out. All right, today, so I've got some special guests here. I've got Nathaniel, and I've also got here James Phillips, who's the president and founder of 4 Elements, Inc. And what they're a full-service lending and financial services platform. So what they do, they're basically like a broker that connect you and link you up with getting financing. Because right now, and if you guys have watched my video that I just did recently, just within the last week, you probably are seeing emails where I said, hey, now is the time to have cash. Now is the time to be liquid and to access funds while you can get them. And that's exactly what these guys do, is that they link you up and connect with these different types of lending situations, whether you're a business owner, whether you're in real estate or wherever it might be. There's some great options for you guys, great financing options. So I'm excited to have you guys on. So, hey guys, welcome.
All right, welcome. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, it's a pleasure to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, James. So tell us more about, why'd you guys create this company in the first place?
Well, I can give a little bit of insight on that. It was actually my CEO and founder, Fred Dreamer, that actually came up with the full lending service platform. And it wasn't until 2001 when Fred was offering the lending information to individuals, but he really was focused on the commercial side at that point, and it was pretty one-dimensional. And he ran into a lot of different scenarios where individuals he was trying to help with the lending industry, and he encountered individuals had issues with their credit, and a lot of the services he was trying to do, he had to kind of outsource. So in order to eliminate that process, he came up with the full lending service platform, where it was in 2016 when he implemented all the other services and products. So it gave individuals an opportunity to not only help them with their business loans, but to help them with the residential side of things and credit repair, debt settlement, student loan consolidation, and so forth. So it's a one-stop shop, Chris.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, you guys talking about, even like you said, like doing primary residence, like your own mortgage for your own house, right? Or and I'm glad you brought up the debt service too, for those that are trying to find ways to consolidate or find ways to help improve their credit. You guys have options there too, don't you?
Absolutely. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, great. Well, tell us, what kind of options do you guys have? Like, what kind of loans can people do? So, give you guys some context. We've got people that are like dentists and chiropractors. We've got contractors and coaches. So a lot of different types of business owners. But we've also got people that are like IT managers, or doctors, or people that are working W-2 jobs that are looking to do more with real estate or whatever it might be. I mean, if they're looking for access to cash, depending on what it is, whether it be for their business or for their investing, what kind of things can you guys do?
Well, for the medical industry and things of that nature, even restaurant owners, we do a lot of the equipment leasing loans. So, because we found that a lot of those individuals in those industries are forever changing their equipment and always looking for ways of lending or receiving the equipment on the leasing part. So we do a lot of those. We do quite a few on the invoice factoring piece of things as well. And the majority of the smaller businesses really lean towards the merchant cash advance loans as well. And
right.
And for individuals looking to start up businesses, we do quite a few of the hard money loans as well. So
Oh, so even brand new business owners can get access.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's a variety of different loans and services. But the one thing that really separates us from that one person going into a bank is that we have relationships with over 300 different banks and private lenders.
Mm.
So we're constantly looking for ways of approving loans for individuals that may not otherwise be able to go into a retail bank and get it done. So
And even when banks start slamming their doors a little bit, right, which will happen,
yes,
Right.
especially as
inevitable.
they're being mandated to loan out money, and that's going to definitely increase their risk, and they're going to have to make some changes with how liquid they're going to allow you to be. But having the private lender option is a great way to do it because there's a whole market there that people don't even know about usually.
Absolutely. And
Right.
that's the thing that we're really trying to bring to light with a lot of our clients too, though, just letting them know there's options out there for them. Even if they have credit scores 450 and above, there's not a bank on this planet that they can go to and get a loan approved at a credit score that low. So
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah, most people don't realize you can even get a credit score as low as 450. They're thinking that's got to be like the worst SAT score I've ever heard, right?
absolutely.
Correct. Correct.
That's great. Well, give us some examples, just of different loans that you guys have done to help people, get cash. Whether it be like you're saying, like for the practice, whether it's against their accounts receivable, like for a dentist, or whether it be, real estate investors. Give us some examples of that.
Well, a couple examples that we have is that we get quite a few business owners looking to do um, loans that they need to have access rather sooner than later,
Hmm.
and they may not have the best credit score that an individual should have, and they're looking for something quick. So we really go through like the merchant cash advance loans. If that individual has the merchant cash machine in their place of business, it's a simple process. It's just a matter of them being able to provide at least 6 months to a year statements on their
Right.
business. And it's actually, they're approved based on the number of transactions that they have on a monthly basis. So,
Mm.
and it could be 100% lending as well. So if they have, for an example, $100,000 deposited into their account for consecutive months of totaling 6 months, then we can get them a loan for that amount um, based on their transactions. And it's paperless because all they're really looking at is their statements and they're not looking so much at tax returns. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? Those things those loans are approved rather quickly. And the only downside on it, it's a short term loan. So, and it just
Sure.
really gives that individual an opportunity to kind of get themselves back together. It's in a 12-month period that they have to pay that back, and after that period of paying that loan back in 12 months, then they can look into doing something on the conventional side. So
Yeah.
those are some of the ways they're really trying to help them get back on their feet.
That's
Um,
great. I mean, so yeah, I just give that example there. I mean, anybody right now, if, for some of them, they might want to weather the next 6 to 12 months. They need that
right,
kind of option, right? Um,
absolutely.
that could that could be the difference between shutting their doors or keeping them open and thriving. And on top of that, like you're saying, they can always go on the back end and try to refinance later too.
Absolutely.
Correct.
That's what we recommend that they do after going through that process.
That's
Because
great.
obviously the rate's going to be a little bit higher going
Hmm.
that going that route, but it's definitely a way of helping them get themselves situated.
Right. How about those with great credit scores?
Well, yeah, those were great credit scores, and we get quite a few of those too. A lot of times we have business owners and individuals looking to get into that market. They're pretty much looking at the real estate loans or things of
Hmm.
that nature. The malls that you call them, the
Like
strip
commercial
mall,
property?
right? A lot of strip malls we do, and those are pretty simple. They just have to make sure that they have the criteria as far as the 2 years of tax returns
Hmm.
and the financials to kind of support it. But other than that, if they provide us with all the criteria that we need, we can get it done within 30 days.
Wow.
So that's another advantage that we have opposed to individuals going into the retail banking trying to do it on their own. So
Yeah, anybody who's ever tried to get a commercial loan before knows that it's not too uncommon to go up to 6 months or more trying to
Exactly.
get approved for a loan.
Exactly. So we emphasize that in the beginning. As long as they have the criteria and it's just a matter of them providing all the information we need up front and
Mhm.
get done rather quickly. And again, because we have relationships with so many different private lenders and banks that they're used to working with us on a regular basis. So based on the scenario, we're able to go to that lender with that scenario and get it done rather sooner than later.
Great. And what about, I mean, obviously that's within, multifamily or even commercial properties. How
Right.
about even with like single family homes? If someone wants to buy just a investment property, like a single property, is that a possibility as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. And just with the way the market is now, it's just an opportunity for a lot of individuals to go that route. And we have
Mhm.
quite a few individuals that are looking for investment property, and it's just again a matter of them just providing the criteria to make it happen soon.
And I'm guessing like the options vary, right? Because some of them might be like the typical mortgage rates that you're seeing right now, while others might be more of a different, might just be a set rate that they're just going for, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. What are some other examples of people that have gotten loans and how they've used it with you guys?
Well, we get, like I said, it's a lot of our partners they really focus on uh, building their relationships with a lot of different commercial lender or
Mhm.
commercial industries. So it's just a matter of them providing us with that name and number of that individual, and we kind of reach out to them to get the scenario. The most recent ones that we're doing is an individual that refinanced a residential home in I want to say Florida, I believe it was,
Mhm.
and this individual just joined the program in January, and we were able to actually do a refinance on a $1.4 million loan for the home. And it happened within a 14-day period. That was probably one
Wow.
of the quickest loans that we've done, and it was such a huge amount. So,
Yeah.
just to give you an
Yeah.
idea, those are some of the things that we do come encounter with. And it probably would have been more of a tedious process had they gone to a retail bank to get it done.
Sure. Now I know one type of loan you guys have as an option, but it's kind of a tricky option right now because of the way the market's tanked. But you guys can actually do loans like a collateralized loan off of retirement accounts, right?
That's correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, tell us more about those. Like typically, how do they work? I know right now things are crazy, but I know a lot of these people that have been listening to the show have already moved to cash or they've moved to money markets, so they're not playing in that space anymore. But they
Mhm.
do have it in a brokerage account. What kind of options could they have?
Well, anyone that has a brokerage account and they're looking to actually transfer those funds into either a business of their own or even property and things of that nature. There's stipulations on whatever they're using the funds for, but a lot of
Hmm.
them that use it for the commercial uh, process, we help them through that entire process as far as the paperwork is concerned to make sure that they're not going to be penalized and things of that nature, and they
Hmm.
actually have up until 60 days to actually put that money back into that. So we help them through that entire process to make sure that they fully understand the entire situation, and just make sure that they're utilizing those funds to either do what they promised that they would do as far as uh, purchase the business or either purchase a home and things of that nature. So
Right.
for
Yeah.
education as well.
Well, I think what's fascinating about that is, I mean, most people just know that, most 401ks will say, hey, you can borrow up to $50,000 or
Mhm.
half of whatever's in the 401k, but that's it. That's the maximum you can get. You guys get a little bit more flexibility with some of your lenders, don't you?
We do. That's because we've established that relationship with them over time. So it's all about
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah. I've actually known lenders to do the same thing, even for like, well, for example, like high net worth individuals are buying life insurance policies where they get the bank to finance it for them, and things like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, cool. Well, great. What other like last words or other pieces of advice would you give our listeners here about these different options that you guys have?
James?
Yeah, we wanna let people know that first off, we're centered around relationships, as Mr. Nathaniel has expounded on a few times. We want people to understand that it's challenging times right now,
Mhm.
and what you want is somebody who's going to actually listen to your needs and make sure that you have access to as many tools as possible to get through these tough times. So whether you are a homeowner who needs access to capital, or your cash is trapped in your equity,
Mhm.
or we were talking earlier about dentists and doctors who are trying to figure out what their next moves are going to be, or how they're going to be able to keep their businesses going through the shutdown right now. We have options available for you. We're going to listen. We don't charge any upfront fees to do so. Once we get you where you need to be, that's when we get paid. So we have an incentive to make sure that our clients are well taken care of, and hopefully that they come back for repeat business. So we want to give hope right now. We also want them to understand that there's opportunities out there right now. That it's very nerve wracking with everything that's going on,
Mhm.
but there are a lot of opportunities, whether it be in the real estate investment space, commercial. It could be an opportunity for some individuals to expand their businesses, and we can help with all of those things. So we're attempting to put, one entity or one face with a plethora of tools. Right now it would be kind of challenging to go to multiple different lenders or multiple different brokers to attempt to try to get your business needs met, and then your needs met maybe with your home if you have questions about that. We're looking to bring that all into one place. So we want to offer peace of mind, security, um, and an arsenal of tools to help people increase their quality of life and get through these tough times right
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's so much easier to go through one point of contact than try to guess and poke and prod and go wherever you are. And you're losing time when you're just trying to shop around. And for you guys to be able to do that for your clients is just incredible. And I
now.
appreciate too that, like you said, like you don't charge upfront fees where, I had experience where a client reached out to a group that I know and they said, all right, yeah, we can do $100,000 loan, but you got to pay $15,000 in fees, 15% in fees
Correct.
up front to get that 100,000 bucks. And they said, well, no, thank you, because I still have to pay interest too. So I'm paying 15% plus interest. No, I'm good.
No, absolutely not. We're very transparent and upfront about all of our products and services, and we're here to give people a safe space to, as we say, grow and develop and get through these trying times. We don't do any upfront fees. If they're credit challenged, we can help. If they have excellent credit, we have even more options available for them. And we're here to give them a no obligation review of their personal portfolio or their financial profile, to let them know what's available to them. Even if they're not ready to pull the trigger on any one of these loans yet, at least
Mhm.
they'll have an idea of what's available as this situation unfolds throughout the world right
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much, Nathan and James. I really appreciate you guys being on. If they want to reach out to you guys and contact you, what's the best way they can do that?
now. They can contact me directly. My email is james.phillips at ivelementsinc.com, and that's spelled IVELEMENTSINC.com. And they also can visit our website as well. It's ivelements.com, and that's IV Roman numerals for four. So it's 4elementsinc.com.
Perfect. Awesome. Guys, again, appreciate so much for your time and for the great value and just great service you're doing right now. I know this is a very timely and vital thing right now. So I appreciate you guys being on today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a pleasure, Chris. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
You betcha. And everybody else, thank you for joining us today. Remember, if you guys need access to cash, the best time to get cash is when you don't need it. It's best to
Absolutely.
get it when you don't need it than when you do. If you need it, great. But if you don't need it, this could be the best time to get access to capital. So make sure you reach out to them. We'll put their website and email addresses on the show notes here so you guys can access that. So everybody make a wonderful and prosperous week. And we'll see you later.